The countdown to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, the biggest sporting event in the world, is already underway. But just when fans thought everything was set, a political storm has erupted in the United States. President Donald Trump has issued a stunning threat. He might relocate Boston's World Cup matches, claiming parts of the city have been taken over by unrest. The question now is, can he really do that? Or is this just another round in Trump's long-running feud with America's most liberal cities? If you love understanding the politics behind the headlines, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next global report. Chapter 1. The Threat Heard Around Boston. It all started when President Trump in an interview was asked about Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, a Democrat he called intelligent, but also radical left. Without hesitation, Trump said, "We could take them away." I love the people of Boston, but your mayor is not good. He was referring to the 2026 World Cup matches scheduled to take place at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, about 30 miles from Boston. Foxborough isn't just any venue. It's the home of the NFL's New England Patriots, and one of 11 U.S. cities chosen to host the World Cup, alongside sites in Mexico and Canada. The matches are already sold out, with local organizers calling it one of the biggest sporting events in New England history. But Trump's statement, suggesting he might take them away, has left fans and officials stunned. Chapter 2. Can Trump actually do it? This isn't the first time Trump has made threats like this. He's previously warned about removing major events from San Francisco and Seattle, citing unsafe conditions and what he calls lawless leadership. But when it comes to the World Cup, things are far more complicated. That's because it's not a U.S. government event. It's FIFA's tournament, under FIFA's jurisdiction. Every city hosting matches has already signed detailed contracts with the international football body, confirming logistics, safety, and infrastructure commitments. FIFA's Vice President Victor Montagliani made it clear earlier this month, saying, "It's FIFA's tournament, FIFA's jurisdiction. FIFA makes those decisions." Chapter 3. FIFA's careful response. FIFA didn't directly call Trump out. Instead, they released a diplomatic statement. It read, "Safety and security are top priorities at all FIFA events worldwide. Governments decide what's in the best interest of public safety," a subtle but important choice of words. FIFA knows that the cooperation of host governments, local and federal, is essential for the tournament's success. So while they reaffirmed their authority, they also left the door open for government involvement in security decisions. Chapter 4. Mayor Michelle Wu fires back. Boston's Mayor Michelle Wu, a rising figure in the Democratic Party, wasn't having it. In a local podcast interview, she was asked directly if Trump could actually remove Boston's World Cup games. Her response was blunt. "There's no ability to take away the World Cup games. Everything's locked down by contract. Not even someone living in the White House can undo it." Wu described Trump's comments as more political theater than real policy, and she might be right. Because with less than a year to go before the June 2026 kickoff, the logistics are simply too massive to alter. From ticket sales and transportation to broadcast rights and security coordination, moving even a single match would trigger a legal and logistical nightmare for FIFA. Chapter 5. What's at stake for Boston? Boston is set to host 7 matches at Gillette Stadium, including 5 group stage games, 1 round of 32 match, and a quarterfinal scheduled for July 9th, 2026. Local organizers were thrilled when the schedule was first announced. Mike Lloyd, head of Boston's organizing committee, said, "For us, it's a perfect schedule. I don't think FIFA could have done a better job." And for good reason. The World Cup is projected to bring $1.1 billion in local economic impact, create 5,000 jobs, and generate over $60 million in tax revenue. More than 2 million visitors are expected to flood the region during the tournament's 39-day run. Chapter 6. The Robert Kraft Connection. Here's where the story takes an interesting twist. The Trump-Kraft connection. The World Cup venue, Gillette Stadium, is owned by Robert Kraft, the billionaire owner of the New England Patriots and Major League Soccer's New England Revolution. Kraft isn't just a football mogul. He played a key role in bringing the World Cup back to the United States. He served as honorary chair of the United Bid Committee, which successfully lobbied FIFA to award the 2026 tournament to North America. Kraft and Trump go way back. In interviews, Kraft has called Trump a social friend since the 1990s. After Trump's 2016 election win, Kraft even gifted him a diamond-encrusted Super Bowl ring, a gesture few presidents have ever received. But their friendship cooled after the January 6th, 2021 Capitol attack, with Kraft saying he hadn't spoken to Trump since then. Chapter 7. The Political Backdrop. Trump's remarks about Boston aren't happening in isolation. They're part of a broader pattern of confrontation with Democratic-led cities. Earlier this year, Trump's administration clashed with Boston over its sanctuary city policies, accusing local officials of refusing to cooperate with immigration authorities. His Justice Department even filed a lawsuit claiming Boston's stance allowed dangerous criminals to remain in the country. Trump has also tried deploying National Guard troops in other liberal cities like Chicago, Portland, and Washington, triggering major political backlash. In Boston, both Democratic and Republican leaders pushed back against federal interference, saying the city remains one of the safest in the nation, and they have the numbers to back it up. Gun violence in Boston fell to record lows during Wu's first year as mayor. While the homicide rate has slightly risen in 2025, it remains well below the national average. So, Trump's claims of a city taken over by unrest don't quite line up with the data, but they do fit neatly into his campaign narrative of law and order. Chapter 8. The Bigger Picture. Behind the political headlines lies a much bigger question. How much influence should a president have over global sporting events? Trump's threat highlights an uncomfortable truth. While FIFA runs the tournament, it still depends on government cooperation for visas, security, and infrastructure. That gives any sitting U.S. president, Democrat or Republican, a degree of leverage. But using that leverage to punish political opponents or cities could set a dangerous precedent. If every major event becomes a political bargaining chip, the unity and excitement that the World Cup brings could easily be overshadowed by division and drama. And in a tournament designed to bring nations together, that's the last thing anyone wants. Chapter 9. What happens next? For now, the games in Boston are still on. Tickets are sold, contracts are signed, and construction and renovations at Gillette Stadium are on schedule. But with Trump continuing to repeat his threats and his close friendship with FIFA President Gianni Infantino, the situation remains politically sensitive. Infantino has called Trump a great supporter of football, and insiders say the two have spoken frequently since 2018. Still, even he would face enormous backlash if FIFA attempted to move any games this late in the process. As of today, all 16 host cities across the US, Mexico, and Canada remain locked in. But if there's one thing we've learned from Donald Trump, it's that nothing stays quiet for long. So, can Trump actually move the Boston World Cup games? Or is this just political theater designed to grab headlines? And more importantly, should a president even have the power to influence global sporting events? Let us know what you think in the comments below. This is Insight. Now, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more global stories.